Hi, you guys. I want to talk about my Jinhao 10 clicking pen. I got it in fine nib. For when I was looking at it online, I only saw a fine nib, so I thought it came in just a fine nib. But since looking at more listings, I have seen that it also comes in extra fine. So I think the Jinhao one comes in extra fine and fine. So two nib options. But if you're comparing it to the original Pilot Vanishing Point, that comes in extra fine, fine, medium, and broad. So a lot more options there. And obviously Pilot Vanishing Point has been around for a very long time. So they have a lot of colorways and more model options. The Jinhao, I think, there's a lot of color options. Jinhao is definitely on the pulse with fountain pens and duping them and like coming up with their own designs too. But yeah, they don't have as many models, and by models I mean I have the Pilot Vanishing Point in Firmo, which is like the twist one. It's not a clicking one. Jinhao is only a clicking. I think there's Pilot Decimo and one more that I always forget the name of. Or maybe there's just two, but there are a lot more options with the Pilot. But the Pilot one is also 10 times the price. So there's that. This is, I think, closely related to the Pilot Vanishing Point in matte black. The Jinhao is also matte black. And since looking at other listings, I have found that there's a brushed matte black with the lines, vertical lines going through, which looked very cool. I wish I had seen that before. But I really like this too. And the clicking is really satisfying. It can get annoying if you keep doing it, but it is satisfying. Let me pull it right by the mic. It's loud. So it can, ooh, it's okay. Everything's fine. It can get loud, so I wouldn't whip it out in a silent room or whip it out during a meeting or anything. So I think the mechanism is the same as the Pilot's was. Here's the inside, and it comes with the F nib stamped on. And something else is on the nib as well. I'll try and find what it is. I think it's some sort of a design. But I can definitely see the F that is stamped, which is for fine. And don't lose any of the springs, because trying to find a replacement spring will be just more time consuming and maybe even more expensive than what like the actual pen is. So don't lose it. It's the usual. This one, the Jinhao came with a converter. My Firmo didn't come with the converter, and as I said, it was almost like way more the price than the Jinhao. So I appreciate the converter being added. It's just a regular piston converter with a full opening. I think it'll probably hold 0.5 milliliters, so half a milliliter, same as the Con 40. They truly have replicated every single thing about the Pilot Vanishing Point. So yeah, I'm going to use mine with the Platinum Kuro. That's like the reason I chose the Jinhao matte black. Like, this is the ink. I chose the pen for the ink. Usually it's the other way around, but no, this time I chose the pen for the ink. So I'm really excited about using this. I think it's such a good combination, because so the Kuro is described as the blackest black. Platinum touts it as like the blackest black ink that you can find on the market. And I've looked at everyone's samples, and obviously I checked Mountain of Ink website, because yeah, I always do. Any ink I look for, I always go on her website. And looking at all the swatches and stuff, I don't know if it's the blackest black, but it's definitely matte black, and it looks really beautiful. I'm expecting it to look like the Sumi inks, And that's my expectation. So it comes in the usual platinum container. This is the Jinhao video has turned into a kuro video as well. It's going to be a video for both of them. I'm going to use a eyedropper to fill. Actually, maybe I'll just try and dunk this nib unit and fill it up. Or yeah, because this is going to be really hard to get out of the eyedropper. Another thing I kind of forgot to mention is that the pen, the Jinhao pen, is a really good weight. It's really nice and sturdy and heavy. It feels expensive in your hand, but it is not as heavy as the Firmo. And the Jinhao is a lot chubbier than the Firmo, but Firmo is thinner than the regular Pilot vanishing point as well. And there's the difference with the clips. And in terms of length, the Firmo and the Jinhao clicking pen are both the same length. Just the width is like a hair's width. The Jinhao is a little bit fatter, chubbier, however you want to say it. And both of I have my Firmo in fine as well, so I'm going to compare the line width as well. Okay, let's fill her up. Enough talking. I've been chatting for 7 minutes. This video is going to be long, y'all. Sorry. Okay, I remember this pen being, I think, $12 or $13. Okay, this is a really annoying thing about this, and also the Pilot, is that you cannot see how much ink you pulled. So now I don't know. This is gonna cause a big mess, especially with this ink. I don't want to do that, but I need to see if I have gotten the ink inside. So here's my ink tissue paper. Let me pull this out. So like not a lot came in. I should have just used the eyedropper. Okay, let me see if I can pull more in. Okay, I think I finally filled her up. After many trials and errors, I've got there. Okay. Need to clean up. The one thing I like about these platinum bottles is that they won't fall. So it's especially necessary with this particular shoe pouring because it is permanent. So cleaning it is probably annoying. Okay, now let's reassemble the pen. Be very careful again. Don't lose any parts. Make sure to only do this at home and on like a desk or where things won't get lost. Another thing I wanted to mention was that I saw a post on r/fountain a while back, and in that post, a person was asking like what pen would Wednesday Addams use, and this reminded me of it. At the time, I could only think of my Lamy Safari in the all black Raven version, but this is so Wednesday Addams coded as well, right? Obviously, Wednesday Addams is rich, so she would probably use the proper Pilot vanishing point, but this matches. Also, I got this book that also matches the pen, so this is going to be used for my writing sample. Okay, let's see. Pen. Oh, ooh, it's writing like a medium. Like it's writing a little bit larger than my medium. Here's my Pilot Kakuno in medium. This is interesting. Okay, let's see. Jinhao 10 clicking pen in F-nib. I actually love slightly broader wet nibs, and this is really delivering. I've only written 2 lines, and I'm quite excited about this whole combination. The Kuro is a well lubricated ink, and the Jinhao is I would say a little bit of a wet writing pen. So together, they just make the smoothest, fastest gliding over paper writing experience. But it doesn't slip all over the paper either. So that's another good thing. It's because the ink is drying fairly fast as well. So even though it is a wet, lubricated ink, it still dries fairly fast. So it won't get smudged, which is great if you're taking fast notes or drawing, and if you're left-handed as well, because I know left-handed people struggle with that because as you're writing, your hand smudges the ink. But this is a fast-drying ink, and the pen isn't particularly too wet or spurting the ink onto the paper either. So I think this is a really good combination in case anyone wants to go with an all black matte look. This is a great tried out one. So I also show the smudginess of the ink, like how fast it smudges in a little bit, because my writing did smudge a bit, but at the very end and barely anything. So that's another pro. Video is definitely about the pen, but the ink dries really fast as well. As you can see, this is the very last thing I wrote just a couple seconds ago, and that is the only thing that's smudged. But the whole page, I didn't. I'll say I'm like a fairly fast-ish writer, but it kind of dried pretty fast as well. And the whole pen with the ink really matches the vibe really well, which is what I was going for. So I'm really happy. I see myself using this pen a lot. It definitely doesn't write it like a fine, even not even like a Western fine. It writes like a medium. Here's like my other black pens. This is my Lamy Safari, and I think it's called the Raven colorway, and then my Sailor in Imperial Black. Sailor is fine. This one's broad. I think I ran out of ink in this one, but I think I ran out of ink in my Lamy. Let's see. Like it's a step down from the broad, so it really does write like a medium. And here's my Sailor fine. Sailor does write really fine. It is a Japanese brand, so it's going to be really fine. Just as a comparison, to see, it has the regular Sailor black ink in it, but it's really, oh, why did I write Sailor? This is Jinhao 10 capless in fine. So you can see there's a, it looks like a medium. It looks like one step above whatever width length of the nib this is. And now, okay, I want to go back to what I was talking about of the Wednesday Addams. Someone said that this Bennu, Skulls and Roses in Raven would match her vibe. I have it in Smolder, so Skull and Roses Raven is all black. But I feel like that is too like intricate and too many thrills and frills for Wednesday Addams. I think she is very much like all black, simple, basics, functional. So I think Lamy Safari and the Jinhao definitely match Wednesday Addams's vibe. I also think all of these are very Halloween coded as we are moving into October, my favorite season. This and maybe even a little bit of my noveler, but mostly like these all black ones. They're all just quite Halloween coded. I'm really excited about the Jinhao, adding it to my all black pens. And looking at it now, I think I will use my Jinhao for note taking since it is a permanent ink and it's waterproof. So that'll be great for notes. They're not, if any water is spilled or you're crying over your notes, you're crying that you just can't take your studies, your tears won't wash away your notes. So it's like solid, it's going to last. And I'm also going to use it for sketching, but I was expecting this to be quite fine. Like, here is the Kakuno. Wait, it's here. In medium. And this medium Kakuno is a little bit smaller than this Jinhao. So that's interesting. I also wanted to use this Jinhao for sketching. I'll put an image. I didn't sketch this. This is just what I've been wanting to do. I've been finding drawings like this on Pinterest, and I was hoping that with the kuro, this, and it'll be like a dark black drawing, you know, perfect for sketching, but the line width is really wide on this spine. So I'm still going to use it for sketching and obviously the notes, as I said. So this pen is definitely getting a lot of use. I hope the ink doesn't dry, because I have heard one of the cons of this pen is that the mechanism, the closing mechanism isn't great, and so the ink dries. And if this chukuro dries in here, it's going to be a huge problem for me. Like, I don't even know. I'm going to have to soak the pen and use dish soap and all 9 yards. So hopefully, I'm going to try and use this at least every other day so the ink doesn't dry, because I'm marrying this pair. The Jinhao 10 and my Shukuro are together for life. I'm inking it with this until I run out of the 60 milliliters of my platinum ink, which is going to take me at least 5 years. So for 5 years, these two are married. No divorce in sight. Another, like, a little bit of a, I won't say con, but what I wanted is, I wish the nib was black as well. It is a little bit of a gunmetal silver, so it's not a fully silver, which I appreciate, because you can see the silver difference. This one's a bit more silver than this. This is more of a gunmetal silver. But I wish it was black like the Safari nib, you know? I think it would have truly elevated the pen even more. At least for me. It would have truly made my got heart sing. I'm excited to sketch with this because I was using my Pilot Kakuno in extra fine to sketch with, but I added the Pilot cartridge that the pen comes with, and that Pilot cartridge kind of feathers. Hopefully this doesn't feather. I don't see any feathering. I don't think it will. I think it's, oh, maybe it does feather. Let's see. Let's get close. Oh, no, it doesn't. It's really, it's just perfect. We'll see how the cleanup is. I might sing different tunes then, but I don't know. I feel like the cleanup will be worth it for this combo. This might be one of my favorite inks. But okay, I need to use it more. I can't just start saying I love it so much, blah, blah, blah. I need to use it more. I will come back in 2 weeks, maybe a month, because I know I'm saying that I will use it every, but I think I will, because I will be using it for notes and for sketching. So I will be using it almost every day. So I think I'll get a good handle on how it performs, the ink, and how they pair, and just overall review. So I'll come back in a month and give you an update. So bye for now, and I'll see you with this pen in a month, but I'll see you with another video in like maybe a week or something. Okay, bye. If you have any comments, please comment and subscribe and like. Thank you.